Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is the 896 Rome Total War Brotherhood game that I've put onto YouTube. And what a battle I've got for you today. This started off as a normal battle, and it actually turned into a bit of a classic. And we're fighting on one of our custom maps. You can see this is a flat map, but it is one of our new custom battle maps. And we've certainly got a lot of custom battle maps that we like playing on. And as I say, this is one of our flat new battle maps here, but as I say, this is going to be a cracking battle for you to watch. Okay, our first teammate is someone who's called himself OTD Chimrazig, but is in fact Scorpion King SR. Now he's got 5 archers, 10 infantry and 5 cavalry. Okay, 5 archers, 10 infantry and 5 cavalry. Just like to show you the upgrades on his archers there. If you count 7 upgrades and the experience, strike, gold shield, gold attack on his archers. So make no mistake, these elite archers are even better now with those upgrades. And if you notice, his infantry have got 7 upgrades on as well. So he's got an experience, strike, gold shield, gold attack on his infantry as well. So that's some pretty good upgrades, and my guess is his cavalry, they were 7 upgrades on his cavalry. So it looks like all his troops have got 7 upgrades on, an experience, strike, gold shield, gold attack. So it'll be interesting to see how Scorpion King deals with that during the course of the battle. Their next teammate is Brotherhood member Vicox. Now get ready for this. Vicox has got 16 infantry, 3 cavalry and 1 fast moving cavalry missile unit. Okay, now he's bought 16 infantry because he is bought this army specially to counter an army on the other team, which we'll look at later. Here you'll see that he's got 7 upgrades on his cavalry, an experience, strike, gold shield, gold attack. And here's a unit you don't see very often on the 31k battlefield here. And that is the auxiliary cavalry, missile cavalry unit, fast moving cavalry unit. Very rare to see that. But the reason Vicox bought 16 infantry, we'll explain that a little bit later on. Okay, our next teammate is Brotherhood member Mantu, who's bought the Parthian faction. Now remember, we've recently changed the rules in our 31k battles where we're allowing Parthia and Scythia to have 10 cavalry max. Okay, now the reason for that is because, as we know, their infantry, no matter what upgrades you put on, Scythian and Parthian infantry are really poor. Their real power is their cavalry. So as I say, recently we've changed the rules for 10 cavalry max for Scythia and Parthia, and also 6-foot archers maximum across the board, because our battles were becoming archer fests. So we've now got 6-foot archers max. Now Mantu's got 4 peasants, 6 archers and 10 cavalry. Okay, 4 peasants, 6 archers and 10 cavalry. And as I say, the only way that Parthia and Scythia could be brought into our 31k battles was to change the rules and give them a 10 cavalry max. My guess is that Mantu's put some very good upgrades on his cavalry here, which will enable them to compete on the 31k battlefield. Oh my gosh, there you are. You count the upgrades, 9 upgrades, fully upgraded cataphracts there. 3 experience, stripes, gold shield, gold attack. And look at them armoured head to toe. As I said before, these guys we call the tanks of the ancient world. And as I say, it'd be interesting to see how well he handles Parthia during the course of the battle. Oh my gosh, look, he's fully upgraded his archers there. 9 upgrades, 3 experience, stripes, gold shield, gold attack. But remember, these archers are really poor. They're only mid-range. Their specifications are really poor. But he's fully upgraded them, so he's going to get the most out of them. And he's got peasants here as well, which he's hoping going to soak up enemy pilers. You know, as good as any other expensive unit there. But remember, our 10 cavalry, Parthian and Scythian armies are all experimental. We've got to learn new tactics and strategy using 10 cavalry. Okay, and our last teammate is myself, Spartan Commander, who's got 15 infantry and 5 cavalry. So there's our team. It's got the potential to be a great battle. And here is the other team. We have Brotherhood member EthEth. Now EthEth has got 3 archers, 12 infantry and 5 cavalry. Okay, 3 archers, 12 infantry and 5 cavalry. And if I remember correctly, I think his infantry have got mixed upgrades on. And let's have a look at his cavalry. Oh my gosh, he's got some serious cavalry there. 8 upgrades, 2 experience, stripes, gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry. So it'll be interesting to see how well he does with that during the course of the battle. Okay, their next teammate is Brotherhood member Cormac the Cruel. And he's got 5 archers and 15 Spartans. Okay, now the reason he's bought 15 Spartans, the only way you can bring 15 Spartans is to have low upgrades on them. Okay, so he's got his long-range Cretan archers there. Okay, I think he's got 4 of those, and he's got their short-range or medium-range cheaper archers as well. So that makes up his 5 archer units there. Okay, but as I say, to bring 15 Spartans, they're going to have small upgrades on there. Can you see he's only got 4 upgrades? So what I'm guessing here is gold attack and bronze defense. Okay, that's what I think he's put on there. I think he's got gold attack and bronze defense. So 15 Spartans there. He's gone for quantity over quality. Okay, so quantity over quality. Do you think that's going to work on the battlefield? Well, we'll just have to see. Our their next teammate is one of our newer Brotherhood members, Naacal. Now he's got 4 archers, 10 infantry, and 6 cavalry. Okay, 4 archers, 10 infantry, and 6 cavalry there. And if you notice, can you see he split his infantry into 3 mini armies? But something else interesting here. Can you see that he's put an eagle unit with this mini army? So they're getting morale bonus there from a command unit. Okay, this mini army, of course, he's got his general there. So this mini army will get the general morale bonus. And this mini army has also got an eagle unit in. So they're going to get a command unit morale bonus as well. So he's got a lot of morale going through his army there. Oh my gosh, he's also got serious cavalry. 8 upgrades, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. So that is a pretty good army there. But as I say, only 10 infantry. Is that enough these days? And their last teammate is Brotherhood member Fesen. Now Fesen's got 5 archers, 10 infantry, and 5 cavalry. Okay, 5 archers, 10 infantry, and 5 cavalry. You'll see, I think his army is all gold shield, gold attack, if I remember correctly. There, if you look further back in his battle formation there, even his general, everything there is all gold shield, gold attack, which tells me he spent his money on his cavalry. Let's have a look at the upgrades on his cavalry. Oh my gosh, count the upgrades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fully upgraded Praetorian cavalry. Okay, now that lifts them out of the elite bracket into the super cavalry bracket there. And make no mistake, they could be battle winning troops, as we may well see later on in the battle. So there's the enemy team. It's got the absolute potential to be a cracking battle, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, at this stage of the battle, I thought we'd have a look at Vicox, his battle formation here. And can you see how he split his 16 infantry up into 3 mini armies? Okay, as I say, I thought this is quite interesting here. Is this the modern way to use a Roman army? Because you can see Naacal, as we looked at earlier, has split his infantry up into 3 mini armies as well. So maybe this is the way that you know, newer players are starting to use Rome battle formations now, splitting their armies up into 3. Okay, at this very, very early stage of the battle, we literally just press start. You'll see that Fesen, being his usual aggressive self there, moving his SBQR army towards Scorpion King's Julii army there. You'll see already the archer battle has started there. As you can see, Scorpion King's red Julii archers there, shooting into Fesen's purple SBQR archers there. But I think you could see right from the beginning of this battle, Fesen looks to me like he's going to be very aggressive here. And as we move over to this part of the battlefield here, you'll see that Mantu has put his peasants in open order, as you would see. And what he's hoping is that the enemy have got their archers on auto fire, and so that they will be shooting their expensive arrows into the cheapest unit in the game, his peasant unit. So that's what Mantu was hoping there. That's why he's got that peasant unit out the front of our team's battle formations there. And he's hoping that the long-range Cretan archers will also be on auto fire, so they will waste their expensive arrows on his peasant units. As I say, peasant units, the cheapest units in the game. So if you can get people to shoot their expensive arrows into your peasant units, then that's quite a good tactical move there. Okay, meanwhile here over on our right flank, we know that Scorpion King can be very aggressive, and we know Fesen is very aggressive, so it wouldn't surprise me if the battle actually kicked off here on our right flank. As I say, there's a bit of an archer battle going on at the moment there between Fesen and Scorpion King. And you can see Scorpion King starting to move the bulk of his infantry towards Fesen now. And it wouldn't surprise me if Fesen actually backed off a little bit there. It looks to me like Scorpion King might be trying to get in between him and his allies there, the way that he's moving his infantry forward. There you are. And you can see Fesen spotting the danger and moving his infantry back. You'll see that Naacal has brought one of his mini armies over here as well to support Fesen. So I'm sure Scorpion King will be very aware of that. And I think that there's some cavalry of Naacal has been brought over to this flank as well. So as I say, Scorpion King needs to be very aware of that, and I think I can see some enemy Scipii cavalry coming over to this flank as well. But here you can see it's still a bit of an archer battle going on here. You can see now, that's the cheap Roman archers there against the fully upgraded archers of Parthia there, and I would suggest to you here that this peasant unit's going to attack this archer unit here. Can you see? I bet Mantu charges that peasant unit. Now that archer unit probably retreat because it's on skirmish mode there. So there you are. That's a nice move there by Mantu. As I say, with these 10 cavalry max for Parthia and Scythia here, we got to start learning new tactics and new strategies with these 10 cavalry max. Now here you can see Mantu moving 5 of his cavalry out to the flank. Now whether he's thinking about possibly moving that cavalry in behind the enemy team, that could be something that he's thinking of. As I say, we've been so used to dealing with 6 cavalry for 17 years. Dealing with 10 takes, going to take us a bit of time to get used to. And he might move his other 5 cavalry on the other flank there to get in behind the enemy troops as well. So that's something that he may well be looking at. But as I say, being in control of 10 cavalry now, our tactics and strategies are going to have to change when we've got 10 cavalry from what we've been doing for the last 17 years. Okay, so just pause the game for a second here. So let's say Vicox has bought his 16 infantry because that's his anti-Greek cities army. During the setup, we were talking about who's going to bring an anti-Greek cities army, and Vicox said that he would. So there you are, that's why he's got his 16 infantry. Okay, now just to give you a heads up, my army here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep an eye on EthEth's blue Scipii army there. Okay, so that's where I'm going to keep an eye on, but also I'm going to keep an eye on the Greek cities as well, bearing in mind they've got 15 Spartans there. As I say, Cormac's gone for quantity over quality there, but as I say, my main eye is going to be on EthEth Scipii army there, but I also help out obviously with Greek cities if I need to. Okay, so over here, as I say, on our right flank, you'll see Scorpion King moving those couple of infantry units forward, backed up by his cavalry. He's being very aggressive there towards Fesen. It wouldn't surprise me if Fesen maybe moved over a little bit there, which is what he's doing. But just look at the cavalry advantage on this flank that the enemy have, and I hope Scorpion King is well aware of that. And as I say, Naacal has brought over one of his mini armies there to help Fesen, and Vicox would like to get close to the Spartans there to throw in some pilers to weaken some of their units. But remember, those Spartans with 2 hit points, they suffer less casualties from missiles than any other units do. And as I say, over here on our left flank, you'll see, as I say, Mantu's moving his cavalry round, maybe with a view to get in behind the enemy troops there. But he's moving his cavalry over now, looking like he's going to support his archers possibly. But it's way over on our right flank here. You can see Scorpion King's archers there seem to have weakened Fesen's archers quite a lot. Here I can see Fesen moving here towards Scorpion King there, and then Fesen decided to move back here. So as I say, it's a bit of a duel here between Fesen and Scorpion King on our right flank. But what worries me a little bit is the number of cavalry that the enemy have got here on this flank, and we know that all their cavalry is very well upgraded. And don't forget, Fesen's cavalry is maximum upgraded, 3 experience, stripes, gold shield, gold attack. So I'm sure Scorpion King will be aware of that, so he will be a bit careful there. And as I say, you can see Naacal's 3 mini armies that he's brought to the battle. And if you notice here, can you see the enemy team are all shifting over towards our left centre and left flank there. This is a nice hit by Scorpion King with his cavalry, took out those archer units of Fesen. You can see Fesen counter-attacking with his maximum upgraded cavalry there. But Scorpion King's done what he wanted to, took those archer units out, and now backs his cavalry off. Nice move there by Scorpion King. Nice aggressive, targeted move there. And here you'll see that there's one Spartan unit out in front of his main battle formation there that Vicox will be throwing pilers in there. Now, what I thought was interesting here, can you see this Spartan spear wall that Cormac set up? I mean, that is a large amount of the battlefield there, which we won't attack. Obviously, you know, no Roman general will attack Spartans head on, you know, unless you've got a plan. It would be very rare to do that. What we'll be aiming for is for Cormac's allies, the Roman armies there, but we certainly will not be attacking that head on there. And as I say, I'm keeping an eye on EthEth's Scipii army there. So, but I just thought that was interesting, seeing that massive Spartan spear wall there that Cormac has set up. So that's a pretty good defensive formation, if you like, there. And as you can see, Scorpion King's got his cavalry around the flank here, but I'm just looking at the number of enemy cavalry over here. And I know we looked at earlier that you know, they're all really well upgraded. So let's say a little bit worried here on the right flank possibly. Now you'll see Scorpion King, can you see the arrows coming in here? You'll see that Scorpion King's archers are targeting the enemy cavalry of Naacal there. So it wouldn't surprise me if Naacal backed his cavalry off. There you are, you can see them there deliberately targeting the cavalry. Remember, most cavalry are very susceptible to archer damage, and that's why Scorpion King is doing that. And as I say, it wouldn't surprise me if Naacal, when he realised that he's suffering casualties there, will back his cavalry off. But sometimes if you're concentrating on other parts of the battlefield, you might not notice that you are taking casualties. Right here you can see this one Spartan unit has just been routed there by Vicox. And you can see Cormac the Cruel there running some of his Spartan units forward. And Vicox is doing the right thing in backing off that mini army. As I say, no Roman general really wants to take Spartans on head on, unless there's a plan, you know, where you can pin and hold them and get troops in behind. As I say, I'm still keeping an eye on EthEth's blue Scipii army there. Well, Vicox, as I say, has built custom built Roman army there to take on the Greek cities. Over here on our right flank, you'll see Scorpion King being his usual aggressive self and doing a flanking action on Fesen. But as I say, just look at the number of enemy cavalry on that flank. So as I say, Scorpion King will be very aware of that, and you know, he'll be prepared for any cavalry hits, I would be thinking there. Another nice hit there to finish off those archer units there by Scorpion King. And you can see that Naacal has got one of his mini armies in front of Fesen's main army there. And it wouldn't surprise me if Scorpion King threw a lot of pilers into the flank of Naacal's army. Now over here you'll see that Mantu has brought 5 of his fully upgraded Parthian cataphracts over to this right flank to support Scorpion King. Obviously Mantu spotted all the enemy cavalry on this flank and has brought his 5 fully upgraded Parthian cataphracts over to this right flank here to support Scorpion King. Nice move there by Mantu. And of course Scorpion King's got some good cavalry as well. Okay, so it'd be interesting to see what happens on this right flank. This is a nice cavalry hit by Scorpion King into this Testudo unit of Naacal, and bang, as he smashes in there. You can see that, but you can see a lot of pilers being thrown into Scorpion King's cavalry there. That's a heck of a lot of pilers going in there, and he could well have lost a lot of units from, a lot of cavalry from some of his units there. But here you can see Mantu, he wants to be aggressive with those fully upgraded cataphracts there. So he'll probably relish the thought of getting into a cavalry on cavalry battle there with the Roman troops there. He may well look to bring his other 5 Parthian cavalry on the other flank round the rear. So maybe he could get a sandwich attack there of 5 cavalry coming in from one direction and 5 cavalry coming in from the other. Plus, of course, they'll have Scorpion King's cavalry helping as well. So there's a chance here we might be able to take out all the enemy cavalry in one go, possibly. Here you'll see Cormac the Cruel being very, very aggressive with his Spartans there, backed up by one of Naacal's mini armies there. As I say, I'm slowly moving my infantry across here. As I say, my main concern would be watching EthEth's army, but I'm also obviously available there to help Vicox against the Greek cities as well. Okay, so just to give you a heads up on that. And over here on the right flank, as I say, you can see Scorpion King moving his infantry around. Right, okay, you can see Mantu here really wants to get into a cavalry on cavalry battle with the enemy team there. He knows he's effective against armor maces. It could carry the day here, even though he might be outnumbered by cavalry. And as I say, you can see on the other flank, on our left flank there, him moving those cavalry units there, maybe with a view to come in behind and smash into the back of engaged Roman troops if he attacks from the right flank first, if you see what I mean. And as I say, Scorpion King's cavalry will come over as well, so this could be a good tactical move here by Mantu. Just look at all that enemy cavalry, but remember, Fesen's cavalry is fully upgraded, and the rest of the enemy Roman cavalry have got 8 upgrades on, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. So there's a lot of heavy upgrades on all the cavalry here, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. Here you can see Fesen's army there facing Scorpion Kings, and there you can see Cormac moving his Spartans towards Fesen there. But here you can see Mantu. Just look, he's itching to charge. He's got his finger on the trigger there to charge his cavalry into the enemy cavalry. Right, there you go. You can see Scorpion King charging his red Julii cavalry in, and there you are. You can see Mantu charging his 5 of his cavalry into Fesen's cavalry there as well. But remember, Fesen's cavalry is fully upgraded. 3 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. So that cavalry probably going to fight, I'd have thought, down to the last man there before they rout. Let's pause again for a second there. So just show you here, can you see that Fesen has alt-attacked his cavalry, so they're using their heavy swords instead of their light lances. Remember, heavy swords do more damage than light lances. And if we look at Mantu, I'm guessing that he is also alt-attack. There you are. Can you see his troops are using the effective against armor maces there. Okay, so there you are, you can see that. Scorpion Kings are red Julii, and of course Mantu or the Parthians are sandwiched Fesen's cavalry. But just look at this, Naacal's well-upgraded cavalry going to smash into the back of Mantu's engaged cavalry there. You can see Mantu's other 5 cavalry there may well charge into the back of Naacal's cavalry here. But I can see there's lots of enemy infantry coming over to the fray here. There you are, there's Naacal's cavalry that bang as it smashes into the back of Mantu's cataphracts there. Right now here you can see Mantu going to charge his cataphracts there. Right, let's pause again for a second. Now the bad news for our cavalry here is, can you see Naacal's got one of his mini armies, infantry armies coming over there, plus you've got all of EthEth Scipii infantry moving towards this cavalry battle as well. So it might be a good idea for our guys to pull their cavalry out, seeing all that infantry coming in. Do you see what I mean? It's, you know, to fight now, seeing all that infantry in could be maybe a bad move there, because you can see Mantu charging the cavalry in like a bang as he charges in there. But just look at all that enemy infantry moving in. It's time, I think, to move away from that battle there. Now poor old Scorpion King's cavalry here, I think he only had 7 upgrades on his cavalry. I think all of Scorpion King's cavalry has been routed, and several of Mantu's cavalry, fully upgraded cataphracts, have routed as well. Remember, Fesen's cavalry was fully upgraded, and now you've got infantry and well upgraded enemy cavalry charging in as well. So all of Scorpion King's cavalry has now been taken out, and I think, looking at the infantry moving in there, if Mantu's not careful, he could lose all his Parthian cavalry. Oh my gosh, just look at that well upgraded Scipii cavalry charging in, and all that infantry. And as I say, you've got Naacal's well upgraded cavalry there, and you've got Fesen's fully upgraded cavalry there as well. How long can Mantu's cavalry hold here against those massive odds coming in on him? Oh my gosh, his general... Oh, right. Okay, so poor old Mantu there has lost all his cavalry now. Okay, he's lost all his cavalry, so it's kind of made it into a bit of a 3v4 now. in a way, because now we've lost all the Parthian cavalry there. It's yeah, as I say, it's kind of made it a 3v4. But like I say, we're all experimenting with 10 cavalry max here. But you can see all the enemy infantry there flowing in, as well as all that really well upgraded cavalry. So all of Scorpion King's cavalry and now all of Mantu's cavalry have now been taken out. Okay, and all those victorious cavalry and infantry now can concentrate on Scorpion King, Vicox and myself. Okay, and on top of that, we've got a full Spartan army to fight as well. So as I say there, I don't think the battle's going to last very long now, but I mean, Mantu's just trying out different tactics with 10 cavalry here, and that's what we're all trying to do with Scythia and Parthia, controlling 10 cavalry. You know, you've got to use different tactics and different strategies there, and that's what we're trying to do. But as I say now, all those victorious troops will now come and attack Vicox, Scorpion King and myself there. So you can see here Vicox may be looking to get around the flank of Cormac the Cruel's Spartans there. And you see, if you notice here, I'm moving my infantry over towards Scorpion King here. Okay, let's pause the game for a second here. So if you notice here, can you see Fesen is attacking a couple of units of Scorpion Kings? But if you notice, the rear of his units, which are the most weakest part of any unit on Rome Total War, is exposed to an attack from possibly from my infantry. And of course the flank is another of one of the most weakest parts of a unit. So you notice I'm moving my Julii troops over there, maybe with a view to smash into the flank and rear of those units. I've got cavalry. I could also smash into Fesen's infantry there, unless he moves before I can get over there. But over here you'll see Vicox has got 3 cavalry units. He needs to move those out the way, because look at all that enemy infantry and cavalry moving in to his cavalry there. And look at this, a massive stack of fire arrows here from Scorpion King that are just going to land in amongst those moving enemy Scipii troops. That's a big stack of arrows there going in. Look, oh, whack as they go in there. And Vicox is moving his cavalry back, which is a good move for him. But as I say, all these victorious troops have just routed all of Scorpion King's cavalry and all of Mantu's cavalry. Now look, their morale will be high now, because they've seen so many of enemy troops routing, and they're coming in on us now. Now if you notice here, you'll see that Fesen is now moving his infantry, and Cormac the Cruel spotted that Fesen's infantry might have been a target there and has moved his Greek cities across there. Good teamwork move there by Cormac there. Okay, so there you can see my infantry now are facing the Greek cities. I can see Vicox has got one of his mini armies integrated with my infantry at the moment. Okay, I think what I'm going to try and do is try and encourage the Greek cities to attack my battle formation there, and while they're doing that, maybe my allies can make the most of that and get round the flanks and the rear of the Greek cities' allies there. I've still got my cavalry to use to bring into the battle there, but that's maybe what I'm thinking about doing, is trying to attract those Greek city units to attack my battle formation here. Over here you'll see that Naacal has got a couple of his units in Testudo, and you'll see that Vicox is using one of his mini armies to attack those units there. But I think Vicox needs to be very careful there, because there's a lot of enemy forces, big enemy forces moving around the battlefield here, and his mini armies could well be a target for those big units. Okay, let's pause the game for a second here. So as I say, unfortunately all the Parthian cavalry has now been taken out, and all of Scorpion King's cavalry has been taken out, and so the enemy will have a cavalry advantage over us, although they did start with a cavalry disadvantage, as of course one of their allies bought Greek cities. But as I say here, what I'd like to do, as I said earlier, is try and encourage the Spartans to attack my battle formation there, and while I'm holding and pinning them, I'm hoping that my allies might be able to do you know, something more around the battlefield and take advantage of the Spartans being held and pinned. Here you can see Fesen being very aggressive there, just routed 2 of Scorpion King's infantry units there. Okay, now right from the beginning of the battle, Fesen was showing that he was going to be very aggressive in this battle, and you can see him charging his infantry into Scorpion King's infantry now. And over here on our left flank, you'll see that EthEth is moving his Scipio army here to intercept two of Vicox's mini armies there. Now, whether Vicox wants to fight those Scipii infantry there, or whether he wants to back off, I guess we'll just have to see. But there's a lot, and of course, if EthEth beats Vicox, he can now take his infantry round into the flank of my Julii infantry there. But here you can see EthEth's got, looks like he's got a cavalry advantage here as well as an infantry advantage, and you can see there that he's driven his army in between the two mini armies of Vicox there. Okay, he's done that deliberately there, and now he can concentrate with his cavalry on one of those mini armies there after splitting them. Right, let's pause the game for a second here. So you can see here that the cavalry and infantry are going to attack Vicox's mini army. And over here you'll see that I'm charging my cavalry in here to help Scorpion King against Fesen's attack. Now, if you notice here, Fesen just absolutely aggressively attacked with his infantry. He may well have seen Scorpion King and Mantu's cavalry has been routed there and might just think the battle's over, you know, and he just needs to charge his infantry in there and they're going to win. Okay, so if you notice there, I charged my cavalry in, got the full cavalry charge bonus. I'm going to pull back out, lock and load my cavalry, okay, and then charge them back in to Fesen's infantry there. You can see Vicox has got one of his Brutii mini armies there. Right, here comes my cavalry going in to Fesen's SBQR infantry. Bang! As they smash in there. Oh my gosh. As you can see, my cavalry charging through now. What I'm looking to do, obviously, is get a mass rout of Fesen's infantry there, which I've managed to do with that cavalry hit there. Right, pause the game for a second there. So we've got Vicox there, we've got Scorpion King's infantry, Vicox's infantry, and my cavalry just smashed into Fesen's infantry there. We've routed his general and everything. Good news for us on the right, but bad news for us on the left. All of those, you know, we saw Vicox's two mini armies there on the left flank. They've both been routed. But on top of that, Vicox's general has been killed as well. Okay, so Vicox's general has been killed, and Vicox has just lost two of his mini armies here with this concerted attack by EthEth and Naacal there on that flank. And I think there's some Fesen's cavalry in there as well. So, and now all these victorious enemy troops can come over and finish off Scorpion King and myself now. And I think Vicox has got one army left there, one of his mini armies left, but make no mistake, these victorious enemy troops will start moving towards us now to attack us there. Okay, so as I say here, I just want to try and encourage all those Spartan units of Cormac the Cruels to attack my battle formation. You see I've got one of my forward units in Testudo there, but I'm trying to encourage him to attack my battle formation there so I can hold and pin the Greek cities for as long as I can. And as I say, it might enable my allies here to do a lot of damage to the rest of the enemy troops. Okay, so here you can see my cavalry is charged into two more of Naacal's infantry units there. So we have now routed, I think, all of Fesen's infantry and a lot of Naacal's infantry as well. So on this right flank of ours, we're doing well. Okay, as I say, in the centre, I'm still holding there. You can see that Cormac is really trying. He'd like to punch a hole right through the middle of my battle formation there with his Spartans. Okay, and you can see EthEth here. Now, what I'm thinking EthEth would probably want to do tactically is link up with Cormac. Okay, that would be what he'll want to do. He's got a very strong Scipii army there, and he'd like to link up. Now, what I'm thinking here is my allies are going to spot that, and what I'm hoping they're going to do is form a blocking force in between Cormac and EthEth. That's what I'm hoping they're going to do, so that they can stop EthEth from joining up, from linking up to Cormac there. Okay, as you can see, we haven't got a lot of troops there, but we may have enough troops there to stop him from linking up with Cormac. Now, make no mistake here, Cormac's really pushing into my infantry there. You can see I'm throwing a lot of pilers into those Spartan units, but you can just see the penetration of those Spartans into my battle formation there as he moves forward. And as I say, EthEth here is really going to try and get over to link up with his teammate there. And you can see my allies there are now starting to form a blocking force. Right, let's pause the game for a second. So here you'll see that Cormac is using the bulk of his troops to try and punch a hole right through my battle formation there with his Spartans. But also, he's forming a rear kind of protection unit, if you like, units there to protect the rear of his attacking troops there. Can you see there? That's a good move there by Cormac, defending the rear of his attacking troops there with his Spartans. Very good there as he tries to punch a hole right the way through my battle formation. You'll see there's a couple of units of Naacal's SPQR troops attacking my formation, but as I say, what I'm hoping here is my allies are going to block EthEth from joining up with Cormac. I think tactically that is something we have to do, because I think if EthEth teams up with Cormac there, then they're going to be in an extremely strong position. So if we can just pick off EthEth's army here, this would be a good thing for us. You can see Naacal's got his cavalry there, some cavalry units charging into us as well, and bang, as he charges those cavalry units in. But you can see Scorpion King bringing his infantry over here, as I say, just as a blocking force there. You can see, look at the penetration of those Spartans into my battle formation there. Make no mistake, he really is trying to punch a hole through my battle formation there with those elite Spartans. Okay, but those Spartans are going to be working hard to do that, and that could be relevant later on. Here you can see some of Naacal's SPQR units also attacking my battle formation as well there. But as I say, at the moment we've kind of isolated EthEth's army there. Now you can see I've got my cavalry locked and loaded, and I'm now about to charge into EthEth's blue Scipii army there. Okay, you can see my allies are already engaging him there. But we've got to stop him linking up with Cormac at all costs here, I think. And there you can see my cavalry charging forward here into EthEth's blue Scipii army there. You can see them going in. Oh, that's good. We just killed the Greek city's general. You see my cavalry going in there, and bang, as we smash in there. So that's a nice cavalry hit there by my cavalry. As I say, killing the Greek city's general is good news for us, because we've taken the morale bonus away from the Spartans there. And here you can see EthEth's cavalry. He may well try and chase my cavalry there as I'm pulling back out from the charge there. But you can see my allies really pushing in on EthEth's blue Scipii army there. Remember, the enemy here are the blue Scipii there, and you can see me move my cavalry out, and you can see EthEth chasing my cavalry with his cavalry that are very battle depleted. So I'm just going to charge my cavalry in and take that cavalry out there. But as I say, it is really important that we take out EthEth's army if we can, and do not allow him to link up with Cormac. That's something that we've got to do. But just look at the penetration of these Spartans. Look, they've nearly smashed through the middle of my battle formation there with those hard-working Spartans. But and also he's covered his rear. And as I say, you've got Naacal's units there attacking my battle formation as well. But here, as I say, we're trying to take out EthEth's units there. And you can see there my cavalry charging in once again. There we just taken out EthEth's cavalry. And I think Naacal's cavalry units there, which were very battle damaged, may well have been taken out as well. Now you can see Vicox has still got some of his cavalry left as well here. Now you can see my cavalry locked and loaded. Now, just to give you a heads up on this, I'm going to come in from that angle, okay? You can see my cavalry now is very, very battle damaged, okay? But what I'm going to look to do is to smash in through the enemy infantry there and go for his general. Can you see his general there? So with my 5 battle damaged cavalry that are tired, by the way, so that affects a lot of their performance. Okay, I'm going to charge in there and go for that general. Okay, now I'm not sure I'm going to reach him, because it means crashing through some of EthEth's infantry there. And bearing in mind that my cavalry are tired, their battle proficiency is now quite low, so I'm not sure I'll be able to break through to the general with his cavalry charge. And bang! As I smash in there, trying to get through to the general. And there you can see Vicox throwing some of his Brutii cavalry in as well. Bang! As we charge in there. You can see the concerted effort we're trying to make here to take out EthEth's army, to stop him linking up with Cormac. You can see his throwing. There's archers being auto-attacked and everything here being thrown in on EthEth's army. Just stopping him. Look how short he is from joining Cormac's Spartans there. He's not far away, is he? But as you can see, you can see the penetration there. You'll see that I've turned a couple of my units there to face the Spartans, but please note I'm not attacking. Okay, I haven't pushed them into attack, I've just turned them to face the threat there. And there's a reason for that. And you see my other units there, I haven't turned yet to face the threat from the Spartans yet. It's all about tactics and strategy when you fight Spartans. Okay, so I've got my cavalry now. And as I say, you can see how battle damaged my cavalry is, but I'm going to be looking to take out that Scipii general if I can. Right, you can see my cavalry were locked and loaded. I'm charging them in again, looking to go for that blue Scipii general. You can see my allies, Julii infantry attacking as well, and Vicox cavalry coming in as well, like a bang and bang, and there you go. That's it, we've taken out the Scipii general of EthEth, and all of EthEth's army has now been taken out. That's something that we really needed to do to stop him linking up with his ally there, as we've talked about here. So that is good news for us, and now we can start concentrating on the Spartans. Okay, that's what we'll be looking to do now, is now concentrate on the Spartans. But we know that Spartans facing Roman troops, those Spartans are likely to grind down our troops. A lot of veterans watching this. Okay, you know, you can see here that we've got battle damaged units fighting Spartans, but we know that the excellent specifications of Spartans will enable them to grind down our Roman troops if we attack them head on. Okay, so the last thing we really want to do is attack them head on. But what else can we do in this situation here? You can see Cormac's set up a really good defensive formation here, as well as attacking my units. There you are, you can see the defensive formation he's set up. And if you look at my allies especially, you'll see that they've got very, very battle damaged units. Very battle damaged units. And as I say, Spartans got the ability to grind down Roman troops, you know, in grinding down battles here. I know a lot of veterans watching this know what I mean when I say that. You can see there our troops pushing in on those Spartans there. My allies are pushing in on them there. But as I say here, can you see the flank of those Spartan units there? Now, what I'm eyeing the flank up of those Spartan units with my battle damaged cavalry, my tired battle damaged cavalry, I'm just thinking, do you reckon if I smash into the flank of those Spartans there, we might get them to rout? I don't know. I'm not sure if I got the numbers to do that. But that's something I'm looking at, the flank of that those Spartans there. And if my allies attack as well with their infantry, that possibly could be a target. As I say, with my infantry, I haven't attacked. All I've done is turn to face the Spartans. Okay, now there's a reason for that. I don't want to fight Spartans head on by charging into them. They will grind down my infantry. Okay, but I'm thinking of a tactic that I'm going to do a little bit later on, which you will see against these Spartans. Okay, but at the moment you can see my cavalry lined up there to try and smash into the flank of those fighting Spartans there. Now you can see my allies' infantry have engaged several of those Spartan units there. Okay, you can see a couple of units of Naacal's purple SBQR infantry engaged there, and you'll see Cormac still attacking my infantry. Right, can you see my cavalry going in there? Now I'm going to try and smash into the flank of these Spartans, and bang! As my battle damaged cavalry smashes into the flank of the Spartans. I was hoping to rout at least one of their units there, but I just didn't have the numbers to be able to do that. So unfortunately that cavalry attack failed there, just because I didn't have the numbers there, unfortunately. Here you can see Scorpion King has got an archer unit. Can you see there's a gap between these Spartan units here? Okay, and he managed to get an archer unit alt-attacked in behind the Spartans, into the middle of their battle formation there. So nice move there by Scorpion King with that archer unit. Okay, so that was good. We've got one unit in the center of their battle formation, but that unit is only an archer unit, and it could well rout. This is how desperate the situation is. We've alt-attacked archer units here attacking the Spartans. We've got everything we can. But what I want to show you here, can you have a look at the fitness of these Spartans here? Now they've penetrated my battle formation, but that's a lot of hard work. So they've been fighting for a long time. And if you notice here, can you see tired? Can you see that? Tired there? Right, so that means their battle proficiency, the way they actually fight the battle, is lowered. Okay, their morale is lowered. It even messes up the charge bonus as well. So these guys here, they've been fighting for a long time and they've made good inroads into my infantry, but because they've been fighting for a long time, they're tired. Okay, so I just want you to make a note of that. Remember the 6 stages of fitness: fresh, warmed up, winded, tired, very tired, and exhausted. Now you can see all these Spartan troops in front of me are either tired or very tired. Now look at my troops. Fresh, see? Fresh, fresh. Can you see all my troops here are fresh because I haven't been attacking, I've just been defending, okay? And I've done that deliberately, so I've kept my troops fresh. So they're at their optimum battle state there, you know, that they're at the top of their game there against tired or very tired troops of Cormac's there. So what I'm thinking about doing is doing an old school surge attack, okay, with fresh units onto tired or very tired units. Make no mistake, if we don't do something here, these Spartans will grind down our Roman infantry and go on to win. So we've got to do something here, and that's what I've decided on. I've kept my troops back. I haven't put them in fighting the Spartans. They've just been stood there defending, so my units are fresh. Okay, and I'm going up against tired or very tired Spartan troops. So this is what I'm thinking about, doing an old school, old-fashioned surge attack with fresh troops onto these tired and very tired Spartans. Now, whether it'll work or not, I don't know, but I know one thing: if we just carry on as we're doing now, as I said before, those Spartans will grind down our Roman troops. So we need to do something. So here, will an old school, old-fashioned surge attack work? Well, guess we'll just have to see. Let's say here you'll see that those Spartans there, look, there will grind down our infantry. But if you just look at their fitness, see, tired. Can you see there that unit is tired? This unit here is tired. This unit is very tired. So its morale, battle proficiency of these tired and very tired troops will be extremely low. Their morale will be extremely low. Okay, but they are Spartans. They've got really good specifications. But look at my troops. Look, fresh, fresh, fresh. So as I say, all my units I've deliberately held back from attacking Spartans to keep them fresh. Okay, and as I say, fresh troops attacking tired and very tired troops, even if they're Spartans, could well, this is what I'm looking to do. I'm hoping to maybe start a chain route once my troops attack. What I want to do is I've got to get the timing right for this surge attack. I want those Spartans to still fighting. Look, can you see the Spartans are still fighting, so they're getting more and more tired, okay, while my defending troops are still fresh. All right, it's all about tactics and strategy when you fight Spartans, okay? So here you can see I'm keeping my troops fresh, and I'm just trying to get the timing right for the surge attack. I want those Spartans to be as tired or as very tired as they can be, but also I know that time is the essence here, because as I say, the rest of those Spartans will be grinding down my allies' infantry. Okay, so time is the essence, but I've got to get the timing right to get this surge attack going. Okay, you can see I've already moved some of my troops in on the flank there, attacking some Spartans there, but these are the main troops, these fresh troops here, that I'm going to smash into those tired and very tired Greek city units. We know that the Spartan general is dead. We saw that he was killed earlier, so they've lost the morale bonus of their general. You can see that Vicox got some cavalry in behind the Spartans there, but now those 2 cavalry units have routed there. You can see several of our allies' units starting to rout. This is the alarming part here. If I just pause the game for a second, as I say, can you see that the Spartans are gradually grinding down our units there? Can you see there Scorpion King lost 2 units? You can see Vicox has lost a couple of units here, and other units there are starting to rout. Okay, so now is the time, I think, that I've got to really start thinking about this surge attack. We've got to do something here. Right, can you see my fresh troops are now surge attacking those Spartans in front of me? Okay, now it's not just one surge attack here. Okay, tactically and strategically, that's not going to work. I've got to keep surging several surge attacks one after the other here to try and force my fresh infantry through those tired and very tired Spartan units. Okay, so it's surge attack after surge attack here. Okay, that's what I'm doing. Can you see? And from the flank as well, you'll see that I'm surge attacking with my infantry there. As I say, I was expecting a chain rout here, and you can see a lot of those Spartan units are now cracking under the pressure of that surge attack. Make no mistake, this is an old school, old-fashioned tactic that you don't see on the battlefield much these days, but you get the timing right and it can be devastating. Okay, so there you are. That's that surge attack there that I've just charged in against fresh troops, against tired and very tired Spartans there, and we've managed to rout the enemy army, the last of the enemy troops there. But if you look over here, this is where that massive cavalry battle happened there, where Parthia, Mantu's Parthian cavalry and Scorpion King's cavalry were defeated by a mass of enemy cavalry and infantry here that took out Scorpion King and Mantu's cavalry there. And then over here, this is where we took out EthEth's infantry, and I thought he held really well there, to be honest with you. I thought EthEth held well against the cavalry hits we were putting in, plus all the infantry hits we were hitting him with. So well done to EthEth there, held really well, trying to get over to link up with his Spartan ally, which we managed to block there. And I say at the final stage of the battle there, an old school, old-fashioned surge attack with fresh troops there, timed hopefully at the right time there, did the trick. Over here, look, you can see another massive battle here. I think this is where Fesen's infantry was taken out there. So there you are, you can see very, very concentrated battle here. Here you can see Mantu's got 2 units left, just 2 archer units left out of his entire army. That's all that he's got left. And I think if I remember right, Vicox has got 2 units left as well. There you are, he's got 1 infantry unit there and I think 1 cavalry unit there. That's all that Vicox left. Bearing in mind he had 16 infantry at the beginning of the battle. And I think if I remember right, Scorpion King has got 1 unit left, his general unit. And I think he's only got 4 men in that unit if I remember correctly. If we have a closer look there, you can see, there you are. Scorpion King's got 1 unit left and that's got 4 men in, and that's all that he's got left in his entire army. So that just goes to show how tough this battle was. Really tough battle, and it just started off as a normal ordinary battle, and I think, to be honest, it turned into a bit of a classic really, and even an epic battle, I think, to be honest with you. And we just managed to go on to, our team just managed to go on to win there. But it's very, very, very close there. It could have gone either way, I think, to be honest with you. And there we go. So the first thing I'd like to say is really well played to everybody in the game. We thought everybody played well. And I was really surprised that it was an average victory. I would have put money on that being close. I don't know about all of you. I thought it should have been close. Highest kills in the game goes to a Brotherhood member, Cormac, with his Greek city army. 1,771 kills for Cormac, and a lot of those kills would have been my infantry, I think. So well done to Cormac there, good kills. Well done to Fesen. Now, he had less than 1,000 kills, so he might be a bit disappointed, but he was very, very aggressive right from the beginning of the battle. Well done to Naacal, really good kills there with his army. I think that's really good kills. As I say, well done to Cormac, highest kills in the game. And well done to EthEth there. As I say, he got some good kills there and he held really well against concerted attacks. So well done to him. My kills, yeah, I'm pleased. I'm pleased with those kills. I thought I did better, bearing in mind I was mostly defensive in that battle. I thought I got some good kills there. Well done to Scorpion King. Very, very aggressive right from the start of the battle, as he always is. And well done to Mantu. Now, bearing in mind that, of course, with Parthia and Scythia, it's all experimental for us. So well done to him. And well done to Vicox. He got over 1,000 kills there. So very pleased. Any faction advantage here? They've got Rome, Greek cities and Rome. I think that's a powerful combination. And we've got Rome, Parthia and Rome there. So do you think either team had a faction advantage there? And as I say, you know, for 17 years, we're used to just controlling 6 cavalry. So when anybody takes Scythia or Parthia now with 10 cavalry max, we kind of got to learn new tactics, new strategies with using 10 cavalry instead of 6. So, as I say, it's all experimental with Parthia and Scythia at the moment. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this battle. Please leave a comment if you did. It's always nice to read what you think about our battles. And see you soon. Bye for now.